In this video, I'm going to be demonstrating how to use primitive solids on Kubotek Key Creator. I'm going to be demonstrating this by creating a modified slide block using the create block and cylinder tools, in addition to trim solid curves and a little bit of create solid blends. So we're going to start out by creating a 6x3x2 block and key it in the middle, 0, 0, 0. Control A to center your block. We're going to start out by trimming the front view. I'm going to take a smaller block out of our main block. So make sure you're in your front view and display and construction, and go to create line parallel distance. Let's go 1, enter, and from the left and right sides, and 0.5 from the bottom. So that's done. Now modify, trim first. This rectangle will serve as what we're going to cut out of our main block. Modify advanced trim solid curves, OK, and select the 3 lines that we just trimmed. Accept, select the solid body, and click on the arrow pointing to your left. And that part of our block is now gone. Now we're going to do the same thing from the right side of the block. So make sure you have the correct display and construction views. Create line parallel distance 0.5 from the left and right side, as well as from the top. That's right view. Modify trim first. Trim these lines so it's like the ones that we just did on the front view. And trim solid curves, OK. Select the 3 trimming curves that we just trimmed. Accept, solid body, and again to your left. And that part's gone. Now we're going to do the same thing, except this time on the bottom. Create line parallel distance. And this time we're going to go 0.75 from the sides and 0.25 from the bottom. Modify trim entities, trim first, just like that. Now we have our 3 trimming curves, so we're going to go to modify advanced trim solid curves, OK. Select the 3 trimming curves, accept, and select the main body, and again to your left. Now that is trimmed out of both sides. So now we're going to kind of modify this side right here. So we're going to go to modify faces, X-form faces right here. We're going to do rotate by angle, 30, OK. Select the face, we're going to do this face, Alright, see what I just did there? I just did that. So there's now a 30-degree angle on that side, so we're going to do the same thing, except on this side. To the front face and that little side face right under the block, accept. And now that side is done. So now we're going to go to this delete multiple. Click on those lines that we created earlier just to get them out of the way. Accept. Now we're going to go to the left view. Instruction plane left, and as well as display plane. And we're going to do the same thing. So modify faces, X-form faces, rotate by angle 30 degrees. OK. Front face and this little side face right here under the block. Accept. Click done. And now the same thing on the right side. Front face, side face, accept. I'm going to do the first end here and the last end there. Done. And both those sides are done now. We're going to go back to the front face now and give these a little blend. So create solid blend, face to face blends, radius 0.5. OK. I'm going to click the side face here, top face. Go back to the front view, side face and top, and that's done. Now we're just going to get those lines out of the way so we won't have to worry about them later. Delete multiple, and the 3 trimming lines that we made earlier, they're gone. And now we have to set up where our cylinders will go, so we're going to use the line tool, line vertical. So we're going to use the isometric view, and we're going to find the middle of the block and on both sides, so horizontal and vertical. This will help us create our cylinders in a couple minutes. Going to go line parallel distance 1 from this vertical line. These are where our cylinders will go. Create a cylinder, major radius 0.25, and we're just going to use the intersect tool. Now once you get experience in Kubotek Key Creator, you'll be able to drill holes, but for now we're just going to drill with these cylinders, and I'm just going to do it by extruding the face of these cylinders downwards. 1, and I'm going to click on the solid circular edge of the cylinders, accept, and we're going to extrude them downwards so they're at the base of this block. Accept, and we're going to use the subtract tool, modify boolean, subtract, select the solid to be subtracted from, which is the main block, and then the 3 cylinders we just made, and then that deletes it so they're up to the block's face. So we're going to do that one more time. So we're going to select the main body, and then the 3 smaller cylinders, accept, and there you have it. That's all done. Now let's just clean it up a little bit. So delete multiple, and let's delete these lines we just created, accept, and Control A to center our block. And if you would like, you can create some dimensions. So just dimension the basics here. Make sure you have the right construction planes. So 3. By 2. Go to the view. Construction on the front. Horizontal dimension 6. This will 1. And you can do the radius as well. So do this radius right here. And go back to the right view. And just dimension these sides here. Back up. And you can always use the generic move tool to move your dimensions the way you would like them. I like to line them up, makes it look neater. And you can go to display view isometric to see all your dimensions. Just move that there. And that is it. Slide block completed using primitive solids.